Thank you for joining us on our second part to Bunkers and Badasses, the grand finale, as some may call it. I believe introductions are in order. With us, of course, we've got our BM, Ian Moss.
Evil laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Playing, I mess it up every time. I think it's Lyra, right? Lyra?
Lyra, but yeah.
Lyra.
That's me.
Ashley. Shooty McShitpants. We got Filterchord, Austin.
In real life and the game.
We got playing Major Potty. We got Brian.
Hello there.
And then myself, playing Dr. Herman Holmes, the Necromancer. Nightswarm, Jay. So if you listened, like I said, to the 99-hour first part to this, good job. You made it. You can now be our friends. This part should be much shorter. We have kind of just a few other things that I don't know if you guys have really shown off, is what you were saying. Right, Ian?
Right. So you've just finished killing these skeletons in this room. And before you move on, a couple of things will happen. So the first thing is you're actually going to get experience for the first time. You didn't get experience earlier because, well, those bandits technically blew themselves up, and you. So if they were still alive, they'd get experience for killing you, but they also took themselves out. So so this is the first time you're actually going to get experience. Now, if you open your character sheet, I can show you how it's supposed to work. Not necessarily how it's going to work in this implementation, because it is just a PDF.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Editable PDF.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You're good.
So at the very bottom of your character sheet, there is a thing called the XP bar. And underneath that, there is a number. It should be 100 at level 1. So the way that experience points work in Bunkers and Badasses is all experience is shared. You are a group. This is cooperative. So any XP that you get, everyone gets, kind of thing. The other way that it works is it kind of works like an XP bar in the normal Borderlands games. Whereas you can see next to that, there's 10 boxes and then 10 little bar segments underneath that. What this means is that the XP bar, you need 100 XP to fill each of the 10 bars at the bottom. So the big box at the top is supposed to be for you writing in what XP you get, and then when you get to 100, you fill in, you darken in the little bar at the bottom, so you know that you've moved past that, and now you move on to the next bar, and you keep going until you've hit all 10 bars. Once you hit all 10 bars, you erase it all, and that's when you level up. So each bar requires you to get 100 XP. So to reach level 2, you need 1,000 experience technically, and that will increase as you level up all the way up to level 30. It's pretty hefty.
Okay.
So for this fight, you actually get XP based on the badass rank of the enemies that you've defeated. So the enemies that you fought were 2 regular skeletons, a skeleton archer, and what is known as a brittle bones skeleton. Combining all of their badass ranks and then multiplying that by 10 means that you get 190 experience for that fight.
Okay.
So normally you would just fill in that first box with 100 and then put 90 in the next box and then color in that first box, right? And then you'd be done. But in this case, you just have to write that down somewhere.
Cool. And as of now, we have the character sheet is set up here on Foundry, just a little weird. I don't know how you guys are accessing everything. But let me see. Is there even a way to save, or do I just exit?
Oh no, there should be a save. If you're editing at the top bar where the editing options are, I think the far right thing is the save option.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, you can access whatever uploaded PDF there, and that opens up what is our character sheet. But you can also just hit the little edit icon. So I just dropped 190 XP in there, I guess, as a reminder. So Cool.
So the second thing that you will need for your character sheet is because after the battle, everyone in the party hears Claptrap's voice piercing into their skulls through their echo casts.
Oh, Christ.
Shit.
Looks like you've all survived long enough to unlock your skill trees, making you strictly better in every way. Go ahead and spend your first skill point. And this is his tutorial for how you get skills and skill points in this game. So normally at level 1 you start with 1 skill point, but in the tutorial we kind of let you get your bearings on everything else, how everything else in the game works, and then we have you choose which skill you want to unlock rather than locking you into one to begin with. So underneath the checks area, there's a box that has skills. You should see 4 of them. They're all different depending on your class, what class you've chosen. And in the normal game, you will have a full 1-page skill tree, which will take you all the way up to level 30. These pre-made character sheets are just here to give you the options for your first level. If you want to, there is a way you can move your character from the pre-made sheet into a full character sheet later on. If you want to keep rolling with Dr. Herman Holmes.
Okay.
Or Shooty Steve or the like. So you should have 4 skills, and to the right of that it should say spend 1 skill point, and then anything that says SL means skill level. So each of these skills has room for 3 points to be put in them, and they all scale based on the skill level of that skill. So the more levels that you get, the more your abilities you can customize and make kind of as good as you want. If you want to specialize in something, you can put more skill points into it, or you could just spread out your skills to have a bunch of different skills, a bunch of different utility.
So these are the 4 that our characters will have throughout the life of this character, or are there others that we can pull on?
So this, like I said, is the intro character sheet, the starter character sheet. So it only has your tier 1 skills. If you were to play the full campaigns later on, you would need to make a character on a regular character sheet, which has a full page of 6 tiers of skills.
Okay. Because I was like, there's 12 nodes, and you said 30 levels. So I assume you get 1 per level, right?
Yeah, so in this you would get 1 per level, and then once you have 3 points in 1 tier, you can then move up to the next tier.
Okay.
So it works kind of like the skill trees in the Borderlands games.
Makes sense. Cool.
But if anyone would like to say what skills they have, or if they have any questions about what skills they could possibly take, you can just spend 1 point right now. So if you want to, again, since we can't edit the PDFs, you could probably just copy paste the text of the skill into your thing.
One of mine says MST. What is?
So that is your mastery modifier.
Okay.
So at the top with the stats, you can see that they have each of them have an abbreviation, which is our shorthand if you see them other places.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
So Jay, what are you thinking? What are you looking for?
So with a necromancer, I immediately go anarchy. That's the whole crux to, I feel like that's the main thing for the character, at least every build that I ever wanted to do. I know in the game, typically you didn't want to reload. You wanted to end get all the way through your magazine and let it reload automatically, rather than instinct at the end of each encounter or kill, hitting the reload button. And that build anarchy, which then in turn gives you, I can't remember if it's accuracy or recoil reduction or extra damage, or a combination. I can't remember.
It was a lot of things based on what you, where you put your skills, your skill points.
That thing could go up to 150 or something, or maybe even higher. This one says, after killing an enemy or throwing an item, gain +1 damage mod skill level for 1 turn.
Skill level for 1 turn. Yep.
Okay, so that's just doing 1 extra damage per for one
per
turn
skill that you put into it
after killing or throwing.
Not saying there's not more anarchy later on in your skill tree, but at this point it is just that.
Okay, and that's only one thing. Like there's nothing stackable. So if I
right, we
throw
didn't
a
want
grenade and blow up 2 people, that's a thrown item, and 2 I guess in the grand scheme of things, just for the sake of argument, 1 thing thrown and 2 people killed. So I wouldn't get +3. I would still just get +1.
No, that's all separate instances, right?
Right.
So you would have thrown a thing, so that would automatically trigger it, and then if the explosion kills 2 things, well, you've just killed an enemy. So it's after any of those things have happened, you get that bonus.
Okay, so throughout the entirety of my next turn, I would have +3 to whatever damage. Okay, anarchy it is. I like that. I was definitely going to be doing that anyway, but yeah, anarchy.
Yeah, we didn't want players to have to do all of the things that you would need to do on the back end to track how anarchy works in Borderlands 2. But we still wanted to give that feeling of I should definitely be attempting to do these things more, and get not really it is kind of a stacking bonus, but it's not like a stacking bonus that you have to track a bunch.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I definitely like how that how that plays out. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think I have my 4 skills are Sentry, Ready, Expertise, and Impact. And I think since I picked up a sniper rifle in our last session, and it's not one of my favorite weapons, I'm going to go with Expertise, so that way it gives me a +1 to accuracy for all non-favored weapons, and another +1 to all insight checks.
Yeah, so the +1 accuracy is the normal thing, and then the thing that's based on the skill level is the insight check. So the more skill points you would put into that one, the better your insight checks would be. Okay. So you would only ever get the +1 to accuracy.
All right, so the accuracy never stacks, but the insight does.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
some of them work like as soon as you put a skill point into it, that skill is now unlocked. But there's always something that is scalable based on how many skill level or skill points you put into it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Nice.
So Lyra, Shooty, Steve, do you have any? Have you found your?
I think I'm gonna go with the Slayer. Let's go.
Which one's that?
The one one plus your MST mod crit damage.
Yeah, because your mastery mod's +2, so you would be getting +3 crit damage every time you deal crit damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see my turret as being as useful in that last fight because my Scorpio turret has the shielded effect, so it blocks damage from the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to add in the aid station, which allows it to my mastery mod +5, so it'll give 6 health each turn to adjacent allies. So when I drop my turret, not only is it a safe zone, but it also will heal you. That should make it more useful.
Yeah,
For sure.
You know how soldiers do.
I always like that.
Upgrade.
Because I know after a while it can, I think it can refill ammo, health, and shield in the aura or whatever.
Yeah, and since we don't necessarily have ammo in this, I think it fills grenades instead. I think that was
fancy. Yeah.
Oh no, a stockpile. It gives you more loot tokens, which is just more loot. And who doesn't want more loot?
Well, that's like the whole point of the thing, right?
Yeah,
that's the big thing for Borderlands. Yeah. Okay.
It's loot when you shoot. It's perfect. It's everything.
So, I think we've all kind of picked our thing. So, we're headed down this train track further into this, I guess, cave, right?
Yeah, so that is the where Dr. Herman Holmes is. That is the one kind of exit from this area that goes deeper into the the mining facility. And which will take you to the mountains of Mattress.
Does not look as comfortable as I was expecting.
That's not a mattress at all.
I don't even see a mattress.
Wait.
So the damaged narrow rails end at a cement platform behind a massive outcropping, revealing an area littered with broken mining carts, tools, and cracked brick kiln. Set into the rock face to the south is a battered metal aperture, a ventilation hole that once had steel slats or bars covering it.
Okay.
Beneath the vent is a filthy mattress and heaps of opened cans of food. Did you start playing music?
It doesn't show anything for me
Oh.
right now, and I think Shooty is the only one that's actually on the map, according to the little notification up at the top left.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it says everyone but
me. I'm
yeah.
guessing. Yep, because my browser froze.
It is playing music.
I was gonna say it's not showing you anywhere. Yeah, right. You hear it?
Yeah, I was like, what? It's really soft, too. So I was like, had to listen for a second. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's not supposed to be any map here, right? It's just like a photo.
No, this is just an area that you have wandered into. I'm not gonna say there's not a battle happening or anything, but as far as you know, there's no battle happening here.
Perfect. All right, so give Brian a minute to try to get everything back up and running.
Might be.
All good. One eternity later.
So you see all that before you, and where that vent is a filthy mattress, heaps of open cans of food, and that's kind of where you're at. You're at kind of what looks like a dead end, with some equipment around, but also it looks like maybe there was someone staying here.
Is the food warm?
I guess you would have to do a check for that. You're gonna interact with it. You're gonna pick up that food.
I'll pick up the food.
Pick that food up.
All right, so
See what you got. Hey, I have a mayhem point.
that's fun.
Oh my god.
I wrote myself a note for that.
So
Applies it to the food check.
That's what I was rolling there. Not great.
So you pick up the can of food, and it is kind of warm, but it is mostly just spilled onto your hand. You tipped it, and you're like, it's open, and then now you just have the next stage past mystery meat is you're covered with your hands.
Is it stew-like?
You realize
I'm a stew man, to be honest.
At one point in time, someone could have called it stew.
Okay, I'm not that sketchy. Well,
you realize you're at a screening of
shake
Cars
my
2.
head off. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to take a bite of the stew, or?
I think it might be a short rest time on this mattress.
So are you sitting down on the mattress?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
sounds risky.
Do a search check.
There were knives in the mattress.
Search check. Slightly better.
So much like the Princess and the Pea, there's something about this mattress that is just slightly uncomfortable to you.
And
Besides that, it's just dirty and gross and mostly wet in areas you don't want to know why it's wet.
I get a +5 on
It's a dog.
terrain.
he's the one who did it.
You get a +5 to what?
Difficult terrain.
Oh,
I don't mind.
I mean, you're sitting on it.
Hell yeah. Just gonna break this bad boy in.
All right, you said there was some tech around the room, right?
There is a broken mining cart. There are tools, a cracked brick kiln. There is a battered metal aperture with a ventilation hole that once had steel slats or bars covering it, but no longer. And underneath that vent is where you currently see Shooty Steve writhing around on a mattress.
Okay. And are there any like exits to this room aside from the one that came in?
You don't see any, but you do notice that the ventilation shaft where the vent is, where there's no gate covering it, is big enough for people to sneak through there.
All right, so we should roll for height. Who's the shortest?
Ashley.
All right, who wants to go through the creepy gate first?
Through the creepy gate first.
Oh.
What am I gonna roll?
So that would be a traverse check.
Traverse. Okay.
Shit, that was my time to shine.
Oh.
I had a plus.
Last time I tried that.
I have a +3 on it.
Hey, there you go.
So I roll a d20 +3, right? Is it a d20?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, this is I can do the roll, right? 1d20. 3. Oh, it didn't add the +3. Okay, so +3 is 14.
14.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you kind of disappear out of sight from the rest of the group. And I have to ask what the rest of the group is doing.
I'm gonna see if she left a jelly bean trail.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of-
No, I do have to ask because I'm looking at the character sheet and I have a +1 from my speed mod, and then it looks like miscellaneous mod says +2, and they say that +1 +2 equals +1. That ain't right?
The math checks out.
That is incorrect. Yeah, you should have a +3.
Okay. Yeah, and then as well, my sneak is +2, and then -2. And it
Yeah,
says
so
+3,
your
so it should be 0.
archetype feat that you have is hyperlight rounds and add your mastery mod to all traverse checks. So that's where that miscellaneous +2 is coming from. So you should have a +3 total.
Okay, so is that everything? I was trying to see where that came from.
Under archetype feat, because the archetype that you chose was Guardian, and the feat that was chosen for the pre-made character is hyperlight rounds. It adds your mastery mod to all traverse checks, which if there's anything like that, that's where you get the miscellaneous modifiers from.
Okay. Yeah, and then I saw the sneak had +2, -2, so that should be 0.
Yeah, it should be 0.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with these sheets. These might be old ones.
Okay. I just want to make sure that there's nothing that's being calculated in that for rolls.
And that one's from your anti-bully background.
Yeah.
So that one gives you +2 melee damage, -2 on sneak checks.
Cool. I guess I didn't hear anybody scream and fall to their death, so I'll follow in.
All right, that'll be a traverse check.
Hell yeah.
Landed it.
You are out of sight from the rest of the group. Major Potty, Steve, what's happening?
Right before he rolls, I start screaming.
I'm going in.
It's all a mistake.
Hold on. I need to do a search check real quick to see if I can find a bucket of fake blood in here. I want to chuck it out the vent.
Surprisingly, right next to you is a bucket of what you hope is not human blood.
Wait, do I still have the stew? Because that's kind of funny too.
Yeah, no, you still have the stew. You wouldn't put that down, would you?
I chuck it like a grenade right at the ground at the base, and it just sprays out.
Oh dear lord.
Oh god, he needs help.
Shooty Steve, as you get up off the mattress, do another search check for me.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
You hear a cracking sound, and that's it.
My ass.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You
That's
hear
all.
crack,
So
something. You
mystery.
hear something crack underneath the mattress as you get up off of it.
It was probably those fucking crunchy ass underwear he's been wearing this whole time.
Oh, I had Doritos in my pocket.
Yeah, Doritos.
Doritos. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh no, it was just
What the
something
fuck?
broke underneath the mattress.
Not looking into that.
Look into that.
Not looking into that. I'm traversing.
What the fuck was that? I yell from in the thing.
I didn't hear anything. I'm traversing. Hell yeah.
Ooh. So as you come down and you like comically kind of skate into the room once you hit the bottom on like a trail of stew.
Like Kramer.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, he slides in.
Pirouette at the end.
I'm still confused if this is like stew, like we're calling it stew because it's like, you know, food stew, or like there's a guy named Stew that makes up this stew.
It's my buddy Stu.
It's stew. I understand the confusion.
It's stew.
It says
Okay.
it right on the label.
Stu here.
It's Wolf Brand
Major
chili.
Potty. You are by yourself at the top of the ventilation shaft near the mattress. What would you like to do?
Trap.
Damn it! Look under the fucking.
I'm just going to fall in behind the rest.
God damn it. I need to know. I'm gonna have to backtrack.
You can't get past me. There's not enough space.
I may need you to do this for me, though, because my browser has gone non-responding.
I clicked roll without rolling anything. Okay, so what is your bonus for... Never mind, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Off
I would
off
love
the
to
top of
tell
my
you.
head, 76.
Oh,
I think it was 11. He was awesome at traversing.
plus 3, Mazel Tov. Oh, that's unfortunate. You gotta stop having me roll for you. It's never good.
It was a 9.
I'm guessing it was a 4, wasn't it?
No, it was a 6, and then you add plus 3, and it's a 9.
Oh, okay.
So what happens when you get to the bottom is there's not enough stew to do like a cool slide entrance, but there is enough stew to make you fall on your ass. So you will take, when you get back, 5 damage.
Thanks, Doc.
Sorry.
I'll do that for you. Here we go.
Brutal.
There you go.
Wolf Brand chili.
Ow!
It'll make your ass howl.
So now that all 4 of you are down there, and you'll never know what was underneath that mattress.
You really fucked us on that one.
I heard
They
it.
did.
Skeeter out of there.
You have found yourself at the bottom of the shaft, and it opens onto a stone floor with stew on it in what appears to be a grand lobby. So we'll move everyone over to this, and when Brian gets back, we will add him in.
Do task manager here.
Oh. Good lighting. Nice decor. Love this place. Love it or list it, bitch.
Just curious. I see the red. I assume it's probably like lava.
It's not
But
great.
it also could be Wolf Brand chili. Spread out.
It's Stu's final stew.
Hey, Stu, big fan of your work.
Those are his insides. Thank you.
I'm gonna ask him what was under that mattress.
There's more Stu.
I gotta know.
All teams go with the stew.
Like,
If you're doing good stew, you gotta let it sit for a really long time, low and slow, baby. You gotta cook that bad boy for at least 5-6 hours.
like I'll take a
Yeah,
permanent
more
damage, permanent damage thing, like to just ask him.
What was Carl Weber saying? Now you gotta throw some bone broth in there. Now you got a stew going, baby. Oh yeah.
don't want to make stew all of a sudden.
It's a hell of a stew. You gotta cook it there, big guy.
I have a feeling we gotta use all these badass tokens. In this.
Gotta use all this mayhem.
Yeah, you do. What do you got? I know I gave you some. I can't remember how many.
I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you guys have been very, very stingy on your mayhem.
Well, I only have one badass token. So.
This guy's dressed pretty nice. I think he's all right.
Yeah, this place doesn't scream boss battle.
So
Again, it's calming.
maybe we didn't go. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't go over it. Where does this kind of fall? Within the kind of Borderlands timeline and time frame.
So this is the copy of Bunkers and Badasses that, what is it, 13? 12, 8, 9-year-old Tina?
Okay.
However old tiny Tina was in Borderlands 2. This is her copy from that era.
Okay, so we're playing during that time, like in Borderlands 2.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So technically, this is all would have been like if someone found copies of that and distributed them. This would be from that time period.
Okay, cool. So you can technically make your, I don't know. You can make your kind of own character. You could be a bunch of bandits sitting around playing Bunkers and Badasses, playing as Vault Hunters.
Right.
That's kind of fun.
You can get real meta with it because
Let's dig in.
Tiny Tina gets real meta with it.
Yeah.
Getting meta with it.
All right, looks like
I am back in.
Cool.
Major, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
So the ventilation shaft is kind of definitely behind you, but this was the you're technically outside of this room, I will say. I just don't have that booted up.
Okay, so
So
we're not officially in this big room,
Right.
like yet. We're in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're on the other side of the door that is currently behind what you're seeing right now. But I didn't want to keep you on that other screen, so I'll just keep you here. So the Vault Hunters find themselves in front of a large gold door with ornate etchings and a sinister warning. Do not open, you will explode, scrawled across the top.
Sounds like
a job for a shooting.
Shooty Steve. Yeah.
I'm feeling a little risky on this one.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna open that bad boy.
I like it. No check. He's just going straight in. Okay.
Roll an interact check.
We're getting
I'm gonna prepare to
big fat +2 on that bad boy.
I'm gonna prepare to roll to shit my pants.
Let me check my shields real quick. Yep, I'm ready to roll.
Oh fuck!
How is it possible? Half of my rolls are 1.
Your life. This is typical.
Jesus.
You have
You
Oh
explode
my.
your dead by.
Everything's fine. Nothing weird at all happens.
You take 1 damage because as you try and fail to open the door, you get a golden splinter right in one of your fingers.
Ah!
I'm gonna say that's not shield damage. That is just 1 damage to your health.
Straight to my fucking fingertip.
Major took more damage slipping on chili.
How does that work?
And as you're flailing around with in horrific pain, the door then just opens easily and silently. There's no locking mechanisms or traps. The warning seems to be what scares most people off.
He's right. Exploded.
It's the worst possible thing that could have happened.
What's the ant from Series of Unfortunate Events that's afraid the doorknob will explode? She was right.
All right, so door opens. Do we see these fine 2 gentlemen on either side of the door immediately? Do they welcome us?
You don't see them.
I was hoping they had hot
They're not.
towels.
They're not there.
Oh,
Okay.
That was a different thing. Don't worry about it.
very tiny
That's an
feet out here.
illusion.
So as the Vault Hunters step over the threshold into the chamber, they immediately feel the oppressive heat of lava streaming up from the rock floor. The room is perfectly round, with stone walls and a high ceiling, adorned by several pillars with no obvious purpose. The Vault Hunters can see at the very back of the room a raised platform, which is here, standing 5 feet above the ground. A beam of light coming in from a crack in the ceiling shines down at a pedestal atop the platform, revealing the unmistakable glint of pure gold.
Gold.
Also, this is lava.
Okay, so it's not chilly. Good.
As you are entering the chamber, though, a loud ping echoes off the unforgiving chamber walls, and a small metal cylinder tumbles and rolls to a stop. Brilliant, blinding light floods the chamber, and you are all blind
Fuck.
for a minute. As your vision begins to return, the Vault Hunters can see a faint silhouette of a man standing next to the pedestal at the back. Here he is. He wasn't there before, as far as you know.
Hey there.
His hand resting on the golden object. This is the wizard's wand of legend. As he slowly affixes the weapon to his arm, the man begins to speak, and somehow the Vault Hunters can hear him all the way across the room over the sound of bubbling lava, like one of those acoustical anomalies.
Huh?
Nathaniel Pierce Coogan, Jr. says, "My great-great-grandfather forged this wand. Every subsequent generation of Coogans has dedicated their lives to getting it back. My father sought this wand his whole life. Search consumed him, drove him mad. He believed the wand was taunting him, that it demanded more from him, but he was never worthy of it. Only I was willing to pay the wand's golden price." He cradles the wand, which you can now clearly see is a submachine gun made of gold.
Oh, okay.
Just like Romeo and Juliet.
As the cuff of his sleeve reveals an articulated hand and arm coated with, or possibly rebuilt entirely, from solid gold.
Gold.
He hefts the gun over his prosthetic shoulder, then swings it in a high arc, opening fire on the Vault Hunters. Of course, you're very far out of range right now for that, but both the weapon and its spray of bullets catch the dim light as they sweep through the air. Gold. The gun fires gold.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Who has the best shield and most health?
You're going to
Because
catch all the gold bullets, and
We
we're
need to
just
catch
walking
those
out,
gold
aren't we?
bullets. All right, so we should probably get the fuck out of the way. I assume that these are there are 4 pillars in front of us, right?
Yes, yeah, those are the 4 pillars. There is... Oops, what the... No, stop. Stop being attached to everything. I gotta try and move stuff around.
If he's firing gold, I hope he's aiming for my pocket.
He's not.
I've got student loan.
So those are the 4 pillars. There is a bridge here where you can cross over the lava, and then like a half bridge here where you can kind of jump over the lava.
Okay, on the right. And then
Otherwise, jump over the lava.
And it is kind of like a lava thing. It looks like the Borderlands logo, except upside down.
I don't see it.
I was thinking.
Sure.
What? What? I don't
see
know
it.
I don't know what you could possibly be referring to.
Wrong.
What? And on the other side of that, we can obviously see him from here. What's in the middle? Up kind of like next to him. It looks like it could be like a pillar or a chandelier or something.
Iris.
Yeah,
The what now? Sorry.
that thing that's
The
highlighted.
entrance to a vault.
Oh, so that
I
was
don't know.
the pillar on which the wizard's wand was
it's like-
rested.
Okay, it's like a podium or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so circle room, 4 pillars, kind of toward the south, a full bridge to the west, a half bridge to the east, going across this little pit of lava that looks like a V with a circle around it. All right, so we should all get out of the way. Should we roll for?
Yes. First, you must roll for initiative.
All right.
I bet I'm going to be able to cross the lava just fine, no problem.
If you have the battle tracker thing, you can roll there.
Oh.
Huh? Oh,
Wait, where?
hell yeah.
And the tab with the cross swords.
You right.
Much
I got some
I got
awesome
robbed.
initiative.
Whoops.
Oh, jeez.
fucked up.
Did you find that as well, Lara?
Where am I? Where is it?
In the top right, the combat tracker. It's the 2 cross swords. You should have a little dice next to your character there that you can just click on and it allows you to roll.
Oh.
That was way worse than last
that
time.
taking
Also,
Into
Fuck
account like our pluses and minuses to that, because I had a +3.
You have a what?
I had a +3 according to my character sheet.
I should
Okay.
have +3 as well.
All right, so I will update your things. I don't think it does.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
Do you have a +3 also, Shooty Steve?
Hell yeah.
I have a
Alright.
+4 on mine.
did you roll yours yet in the combat tracker?
I didn't do the combat tracker one, but I did just like a normal D20 roll.
I had
Uh,
3 too, as well.
Okay.
Can you try to roll in the combat tracker?
Yeah, I can do that
Just
real
that.
quick.
It might be better. It'll probably be worse.
It'll
Mi-
probably be worse. That's
Mine
not
was
my last.
violently worse.
Good luck.
Actually, I don't have a dice next to my character. Oh wait, here we go.
Oh,
It's just
I
the
almost-
icon just isn't there.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
What's your plus on that?
+4.
God damn.
Hell yeah.
All right, so go 15 on that.
Yep.
Pecking order.
Okay. So,
Back
it appears that Shooty Steve and Major Potty will be going before NPC Junior, and then Dr. Herman Holmes and Lyra will be going after.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
NP Steve. Folks. So you're trying to tell me where to move? Not happening.
I don't know who's doing that. So, Shooty Steve, Major Potty, you are both up first.
Big fucking splinter in my hand. What?
You do have an owie.
All right. I think I'm going
Major
to.
Potty, hold on.
Oh,
You're,
go ahead.
you're good. I was giving you your shield back. It's been a bit from when you fell.
Appreciate that.
Chilly mishaps, you know.
I was thinking about going
Yeah, I'm
behind
going
this pillar and then setting up a turret beside there. Is this spot right here technically in the lava and an issue if I set my turret there? Or...
I think it'll be fine for your turret. I think it would be more of an issue if you were standing there.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move up to here and then set up turret diagonally right for me.
Okay.
And then
Doop, 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 doop. Oh, you moved through a pillar. All right, well.
well, I just watched WandaVision yesterday morning, so
Yeah.
got that in mind. All right, how do I?
Did you need me to drag that out?
Yeah, you might have to do that.
Okay.
You know I don't know how to do that.
All right.
There's your saber turret. And it gets an attack.
Cool. So the saber turret was. Saber turret attack was 1d8.
Yeah, for per hit. So you roll the accuracy
hit.
plus 2 first. So
Okay.
d20 plus 2. And then let's see how many d8s you get to roll.
Oops.
So it's a 7, so that's just 2 hits.
Okay.
It's 2d8, not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gonna be taunted. Stop it.
Does
Why do you taunt this man?
Mayhem this.
does the turret just automatically fire, or do you get to pick? Like, how does his character decide?
So both of the turrets will they automatically target the closest enemy.
Okay.
Whatever enemy is closest, that's the one they will fire upon every round for the 2 rounds that they're out. But his specifically taunts whatever it hits, whereas Shooty Steve's turret has a forward-facing shield, but doesn't taunt anything.
Does it just target like center mass? Just try to hit something over?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It will never really do like crit damage or anything. It was just do its normal damage.
Cool.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Let me check my sniper rifle real quick. Well, wait, no, I'm behind the pillar. That's where I set up shop at. So, you know what? I'll just end the turn right there, see where everyone else sets up at, and then go from that point.
Okay. So that would make it. Oh, sorry. I guess I should have hit begin combat. Shooty Steve.
I'm gonna take the opposite spot. Special. Hell yeah. And let me look here. I think my turret would be more useful later in the fight once I have giant gaping wounds. So
You would think.
I'm going to. I can shoot 6 squares, and I got 7 squares away. Got some minor brain damage.
Taunt insults at him.
Hey, fuck you!
Yeah, shit.
I already taunted. I don't know.
It'll make him really confused. He got 2 things taunting him.
Nice hat, asshole.
Did your mama buy that for you? Can I, prepare a shot or something?
Prepare a shot.
Is that like a thing?
What? What do you mean?
I put my XCOM soldier into Overwatch mode.
You can hold your action until something happens. You can set up an event that you would like to wait for, and then if that event happens, then you get to do your thing.
Like a reactive shot?
Yeah, kind of. It's just called the action is called setup, which just means you're holding something from your turn.
Can I say I want to set up to take a dick shot as soon as he steps into my range? That is not a cold shot. I'm being theoretical on dick shot. Hell yeah.
This is dick gold.
You're just confused to what center mass means.
I've seen a lot of mass downstairs.
Critical mass.
It's huge.
Sure, yeah. So you are waiting until he gets in range, and then you're going to shoot him.
Hell yeah.
Is that the
In the dick.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Possibly in the dick.
If I can.
So now it is his turn, and what is he going to do? Well,
He fucking
I
hates
guess he's
that
going
turret.
to do this. He does not like that turret, so he is going to move. What is the range on the wizard's wand? Let's find out.
I'm watching
Open
you.
back up.
A real Borderlands
5
joke would be if he just fell
squares.
in the lava.
Oh,
So he does
shit.
have to move. He's going to move 1. He's going to move 1 for sure.
He's gonna try.
Check that dick.
But he's going to move again. But as he's moving, you are going to take a shot.
All right, let's see what we got here, my boy. I'm going to roll a d20 plus my accuracy score.
God damn it.
Son of a dog.
How? Reload this browser. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Don't. I'm still here.
He's using IE.
No, not.
Ooh, I've been accidentally rolling d4s this whole time.
He's rolled 3 ones.
How is it humanly possible?
The odds
There's
are
a
just...
statistical anomaly. But that still gets 1 hit. We're talking a d6 plus 3. Oh, fuck.
I can't believe this.
Statistically impossible. Seem to have fallen into some kind of wormhole. Plus 1. See how you like me shooting myself in the balls?
No, he gets hit for 7.
Right in the heart.
All right, so your shot, much like the shot of the saber turret, you seem to notice, hits not necessarily him, but perhaps a shield that he might have in front of him. And he doesn't look particularly worried. Like, he just keeps moving like it's nothing. So he is going to move a 3rd space.
Hell of a dick on.
And he is going to target your turret with his attack. And he's only going to be aiming at 1 target because he is taunted by it. So it's going to be his magic missile attack, which is not actual magic missile.
Magic missile!
So, plus 3.
Oh,
So his accuracy roll is much better than yours.
He stole my dice. We all know it.
No! My turret.
Alright, everyone wave to the turret and say bye.
Wait until he has to fight. 2 turrets.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
I can take it.
36 damage goes directly to the turret. That action also generates 1 mayhem.
Pussy!
I
God.
believe your turret has 40 health?
Holy shit.
40
Oh,
armor.
shit on. Give him that.
So
This turret
it's
can
at
beat my ass.
2.
Damn.
Hold on there. Hold on, turret.
It's fucking just sparking and spinning uncontrollably.
I mean, it was a pretty good taunt, I will say. Just be glad that it's taunted.
What'd you say about my mama?
Oh, damn. Alright.
Decided the turret's name is Charles because then I can say I can chuck it out there. Ayo.
So he fires 1 time directly at the turret, and then he stays right next to the lava. But you're not sure why. And that's it for his turn.
Alright.
Dr. Herman Holmes and Lyra, you will go now.
I'm
Whoever
gonna
wants to go first.
stay in cover. Haul ass over to this pillar here. And I'm gonna chuck out my death bot named F. Johnny, son of a bitch. Do I just
Do you
drag
have it,
on?
or do you want me to drag, or do you drag it, or do you got it?
Press F to pay respect to the death bot.
Yeah, how do you drag it in? Is it right
Like
from
this.
the... Okay. Well, I was just curious, like how it come. Every time I would try to drag it, it would just open the character sheet for it or whatever.
Oh, were you double clicking, or I was dragging the picture. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do from the like actor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would click on it once and drag, and nothing would happen, but it would open the
Okay.
picture.
I might have to do it. I am in charge, you know.
Dangerous.
Charles in charge. Of course.
All right. So yeah, just chuck him in that adjacent square, exactly, pretty much where I wanted him, and I'm gonna hide out because he seems to do a lot of damage.
Okay, so what is Death Trap going to do? What is F up to?
Let's see. I'm just kind of reading through exactly what it does and what it deals.
Mm-hmm. So F is your metal golem that moves and attacks for 2 turns. He's like a turret, but can go places.
So he only stays around for 2 turns.
Correct.
Okay. So.
But he does appear to hover, so the lava's not really going to be a problem for him.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I can move him either. It's not letting me.
Well, where do you want him?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
I'd use arrows.
So you have control of him.
I'm just gonna put him right there, I guess. Actually, let me see. I know he could move pretty far.
Yeah, let's heat up that metal golem. I believe his movement's 5 square.
Yeah, I'll just move him like right up here, right into attack range to deal melee attack.
Okay.
I don't see anything that it. He doesn't have any extra anything. It's just
he does. Yeah, he does not have to roll accuracy. He just has to kind of get in range of things.
Okay, and then click that button, I guess, for attack.
So 9 more damage.
Just swipes across the, across the midsection.
Yeah. You see that as the claws hit, they get stopped by the shield, and they're just kind of dragging through. I don't know, whatever etherealness his shield is made of.
He's thick as hell.
But it's taken it down a little bit. Its shield is definitely a little bit less shiny than it was before. Still very shiny.
Get so damn thick.
Okay. Well, that did not work out. That's me.
Would you like to do anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I'm gonna leave him there to, I don't know, see what happens. Kind of learning.
Okay. Lyra, what would you like to do?
Okay, so real quick, just to be sure. So when I use phase walk, it says that I get extra distance or extra movement.
Mm-hmm.
That goes towards my distance, how far I can move, right?
Yeah. So it basically is another entire move action. So you can move 5 squares. So if you get extra movement, it means you can move an additional 5 squares.
So 40 feet, right?
I don't know, man.
Each square 5 feet.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to move up here.
I don't know.
I'm just going in for it.
Huh?
It's 100 meters.
No, it's 35.
It's 10 squares. It says however many squares is 10 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Exactly.
6, 7, 8. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Why can I?
Are you going over the? You're going
I'm
over
going
the
over
bridge.
the damn bridge.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Perfect.
All right.
She's going over the damn bridge.
And then I want to use phase blast on him.
So that means you will. Yeah. So that means you will exit your phase walk, which means you'll end it prematurely. So you won't be invisible anymore.
Okay.
Also,
fine.
he is not
He's pretty funny.
adjacent.
Oh wait, why? Oh
next to
shit!
him.
Because he has to be one right around me. And
Yeah.
There's the lava in the way.
But he doesn't see you currently. So you have 2 more squares you can move. I will say if you want to make a traverse check to try and get over to here, that you would not necessarily be in the lava to make that jump.
Okay, let's do that.
But you will have to make a traverse check.
oh boy, here we go.
Let me see.
I think she's got a
Hold on to your
+3.
butts.
Mine is my traverse is +3.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
let's
Shooty's
see.
any indication on what a +3 can help with,
I have a +6.
and he's
good
still
luck.
got a 3.
It's physically impossible.
Okay.
There you go. You can go ahead and move over to that next spot.
Okay.
That'll be 9. So if you wanted to move 1 more, get directly behind him, you could, or you could just stay there right next to
Perfect.
lava.
Yes. So I'm good right here. Now I can
Mhm.
do it since I'm closer.
Yes, yeah. Now if you would do your if you exit your phase walk, you will do a phase blast, and that will deal damage to him.
Perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's 3d6 I can't say it.
Incendiary.
Thank you. Okay, so I roll 3d6, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
But since this is going to be hitting his shield, it won't do the double damage, unfortunately. But
Oh.
there's always
Okay.
later.
Until he just turns around and kills me. That's fine too.
He's not taunted yet, so there is a chance he would just be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
7.
All right, 7 more damage. You are peeling away at his shield, but he does not look very disturbed yet.
He's not even sweating.
I'm disturbed by the fact that he's not disturbed.
No shit.
He is not down with the sickness, nor is he the animal.
Ooh, That's what I'm gonna say as I die.
Do I still have that chili?
No, you
It was stew.
you spiked it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The only
I didn't know if I had more than one or what the deal was.
If you want to scrape some off my ass, you can have that.
So we are back at the top of the order, which is Major Potty, Shooty Steve, Major Potty. Whoever wants to go first.
I went last time, so Steve, if you want to go.
Alright, let's see what kind of horse shit I can get up to.
For the love of God, don't try to jump over that bridge.
Time to jump in the bridge. I'm just gonna take a pot shot at him.
Alright.
Once you pop, I refuse to stop.
Watch the F out.
What's my fuck? What we got here, boys? There we go. That's a little nicer. So that gives me 3 regular hits. So we got 1, 2, 3 d6 plus 3 damage plus 1.
15 more damage.
There it is.
Can I do math here? Does this work? Nope. Okay, well.
Where's my fucking calculator app?
69.
Nice.
That's my favorite score.
Yeah, so it seems like it pings off of his shield again, but his shield seems to be flickering more than it was before. He's definitely starting to notice you more than definitely last round when you shot at him.
Doesn't like it.
So Major Potty, unless there's anything else you'd like to do.
For a little bit, mayhem.
I'm gonna do a search check on
That gives me a mayhem.
what?
doing a check during combat, it gives me a mayhem.
Well, I already said it. I took my hand off the chess piece. I have to do it now. I'm checking out that splinty. How am I doing?
It's working its way out. Apparently, shooting your gun is helping to jostle it
dislodge it.
loose. Yeah.
Just saying not good would have been really funny.
So I'm feeling pretty alright about this. I think I'm gonna be alright.
See, not just the narrator voice. What he didn't know is it was infected.
Oh fuck. I've got a good feeling about this.
Major Potty, what would you like to do?
All right. I have line of sight on this guy, right?
Yes, so it is more. If you are behind cover, it is assumed that you are peeking out of cover to shoot at things.
Okay. I wasn't sure of that, and I probably could have done that last time, but
That's what I did wrong on the first turn. I wasn't looking.
Well, so since you did your action skill, that was instead of attacking. So
all right.
you were
So-
good on that last round.
Okay. I'm going to use my head splitter sniper rifle, and with that, it's a D20, and since I'm over 3 spaces away from him, I get a +3 to the accuracy, and another +2 for accuracy because of my expertise and my natural stat that I have.
Okay.
D20 +5.
Oh, that'll do it.
Got him.
Yep.
He
All
might
right.
have tagged him.
So I get 2 shots, which means
So it's one regular hit and then one crit.
okay.
So it'll be 1d10 plus 1d12 plus
Alright.
your damage mod minus the damage mod of the weapon.
Okay. So yeah, that is 1d10, 1d12, and then I have. Cycling through all these pages here. So +2 to my damage, and then so that'll just negate out the -2 of the
Yeah.
modifier. And then, see here. Do I have anything else to that? No, it should just be 1d12 and 1d10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
11 damage. All right, his shield is it's looking worse for wear. You would say it's starting to blink more rapidly. Again, he doesn't seem bothered, but that just could be because he's insane.
All right.
Also, your turret gets to take a last shot there.
All right. So that is
Which will taunt him again.
My dog's pissed.
all right. It is a
The turret turns into
Accuracy
a dog
is-
with a turret on its back.
d20 +2.
Yep.
All right.
So the death bot and the turrets, you only get to use those once per combat,
That's
unless
16.
unless you use like mayhem or something, right?
So that you have it once per combat for free, and then if you want to use it a second time during a single combat or in like a boss fight like this, it would go against your mastery mod number of times per day that you can do that. So you can push it by the number of times of whatever your mastery mod is.
Okay, so I have a +2, so I can use it 2 other times
Yeah.
effectively. Okay.
So yeah, so you could just like spam it, but then you're done for the day, and hopefully, hopefully you're at the end of your adventure.
Yeah.
So that was a 16, which means I get 4 hits, so that's 4d8.
Hell yeah, it is.
Hell yeah, it is.
21 damage.
It's a big boy.
That's a good turret.
Excuse me. All right, he definitely felt that one, and he is very angry at your turret specifically. Which your turret will go away at the end of the round, so it will stay until the end of the round. So it'll definitely soak up this next shot it's about to do.
It was going to go away either way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was going to be done for one way or the other. So if that's it for your turn,
Yes. I'm going to hang tight there.
all right. NPC is annoyed, but he's going to do a wild spray, which means he is going to choose 2 targets, being the one directly in front of him, and your saber turret has to be one of the targets. And he is going to shoot at both of them. Which will be just a 1d20 roll for accuracy.
That's
Perfect.
not-
Didn't matter. Got the top top one anyway.
That's not great.
Nailed it.
So I will say that 3 of the D8's worth of damage are coming at your turret.
Ah!
So this will hit
Oh
your
my
turret,
God.
and your turret blows up. And then 2 of the D8 are coming for F.
His full name's Ephraim.
Ephraim. So 9 damage to Ephraim, which will really He has 30 armor. Yeah. Why is it? That's weird.
Yeah, the numbers are a little weird on here.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Okay, I don't know.
I assume he has 10 health. Is that assuming right?
I don't know.
Or is it just armor only?
I think it's just armor, so it doesn't have any shields or any health. It's just once the armor's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Cool.
So now he has 21 left because he did 9. All right, so he shot at both of them. No longer. Oops. Oh, no longer taunted.
Oops.
No, I just clicked the thing. Shouldn't have clicked it.
Yes.
Oh, I added him to the thing. You don't need to be in there. I'll just have to reset you. 12.
Oh, wait, he's gone entirely, right?
No. He's still around.
Oh, okay. The Deathbot, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd
He got hit for 9. You have him for another turn.
Yeah, on my screen he just disappeared. Yes. Well,
I deleted him from the combat thing, and that might have deleted him total.
Okay. He's back.
Okay, so after the attack, he kind of kneels down right to be closer to where the lava is. And Lyra, will you roll an insight check?
He's a lava bender.
Fuck, I knew it.
Oh, shit.
There's so many.
What is? Sorry, I'm looking for. Where is my insight?
It's in your checks on your character sheet. It should be.
Insight +1. Okay.
I was gonna say the top one. That might not be right.
Oops. Oh.
So you apparently don't have a very good angle of what he is doing. You can't really tell why he's bent down, but he seems to be muttering something, and you can't really pick out what it is over the sound of lava doing bubbly lava things.
Sounds like really hot.
Unfortunately, you're not sure what's going on. You just know that he's there, and you should probably hit him.
Yep.
Do it.
All right.
That was the end of his turn.
Okay. Are you good if I go first?
Can she shove him?
Push.
I don't know.
So that is an interact. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I was joking.
Do it.
So can I shove him then?
Sparta, kick his ass.
Yeah, it's kind of like an interact, and you'll deal melee damage if you're successful, and if you deal enough, then you have shoved him.
This
Oh
is
God! If I do,
Sparta.
let's try to shove him. Why not?
Oh, this is exciting.
I'm gonna
Okay.
die.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so my interact is a +1. Oh
Okay.
Lord! Please don't let me shoot or roll like Austin.
Now that you've said this.
Oops.
Should have kept quiet.
No?
Tried to warn you.
17.
Oh, okay. So in my head, I mentally said, okay, he's kneeling down, so it'd be a little tough, so it'd probably be like a 14 to succeed.
So
So
then
you
I
got a
roll-
17.
Thank you.
So yeah, you can roll your melee damage, and I'll say if you get more than 6 damage, you have successfully shoved him into the lava.
My melee damage.
So
the
on the right,
1d8 +4.
yep.
Okay.
Come on, you son of a bitch, do it. Yeah.
9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
All right, you have successfully shoved Nathaniel Pierce Coogan into the lava. You've also dealt 9 damage to him, so that is
Oh shit, the wall.
also there.
This
So
is keys.
So since you're behind him, you technically shove him forward, which I will say pushes this back, and he falls into the lava where he was kind of hovering above, where F was. Oh, where are
Now
my
you notice-
rules on lava?
Now
You-
F.
Oh
Fucking
Lord.
hold him under.
You notice F bob up and down over him, just kind of teabagging, just a little bit.
This is how you learn to swim the hard way.
Somebody steal his wallet.
F's on
Okay,
it.
so he is going to take
F's rolling a search check.
I believe Gollum
4d6
took.
lava damage. Jesus!
Hell yeah!
Oh Lord.
Hell yeah!
I believe Gollum took 4d6 lava damage when he fell into Mount Doom. Yeah, that's right.
The moral of the story is don't take lava damage.
I would avoid taking lava damage, I would say.
You can see he is starting to yell because that is almost completely taken out his shield, as it were, and he is feeling the heat.
He's feeling
Bye.
the heat.
Well, that would have
He's
melted
gonna
his
have a
clothes
moment.
off, right? It just burned him clean off. The dude's just running around naked now.
As this happens, I will say there are two things that happens. He is going to try and pull himself out of the lava, and also you have new friends to deal with.
Oh, they're back.
I got him. So he's trying to pull. Is his turn over? Or does he have to roll something to try to get out of the lava?
He will have to, but it is not his turn.
Oh,
It's your turn.
yes, it is my turn.
I have to get these guys onto the track though, real quick. 1 second.
What do I
okay, so
roll
that's
to
right.
kamikaze F into him to try to hold him under? He's done this turn.
Does your Deathbot have melee or?
Self-destruct, maybe?
Hell yeah.
It's your last round anyway, isn't it?
It is. He's done after this. I might as well go out in a blaze of glory.
So, Dr. Herman, behind you, you hear the sounds of two people entering the chamber. They are cultists who sort of run in at the sound of NPC yelling in lava.
Fair.
Junior.
It's smart. Yeah.
Junior.
Now's the time to run in, if there was a time. So that's what I'm going to turn my attention to. I'm going to charge back, attacking the one that is more to the west of the entrance. Got to do a diplomacy check on this boy. So, let me double check everything really quick. We get a +1.
You're using your diplomacy. And by diplomacy, I mean gun.
Yes.
What do they call this? Aggressive negotiations?
I was just making sure I didn't have any other range things. Damn, not great.
Well,
Get one shot. But the damage mod does give it +4, and it is less than 2 away, so +6.
it's +6 to damage, yeah.
Yeah, so
Even with one shot.
It's pretty good. Just making sure. Okay, cool. So it's 1d. Yeah, 1d8 +6.
Whoa!
That's the one. That's the shot I was looking for. With this thing, you really don't have to aim specific, anywhere specific,
So I'm actually, I'm going to spend 2 of my mayhem.
Oh boy.
Because what has happened is you have critically injured this cultist, and they are going to die. But before they do,
Oh boy.
they are going to get in a stab frenzy on you.
I was going to say it's going to be another grenade.
No, these are cultists. It's the same image as the bandit, but they're wielding knives. This one's wielding 2 knives, and they are going to attack you twice for
Piss.
d6 plus 1, so 4 and 3 damage. So 7 damage total. Not a lot, but they are in the middle of dying. So. And then they're going to die.
Okay, and that went straight to my shield, right?
Yeah. So you got stabbed twice. It'll go to your shield, but they will perish. Is that the end of your turn? Oh wait, you're
I saw
F. Yeah, F gets to F up.
Hold him under.
He just hovers. He doesn't
Just dive in.
just
And
hover
drag him
above
down
him.
with you.
I was just keeping track of my stuff real quick. There we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that-
did kill an enemy, so
I did kill an enemy.
your anarchy will be.
Does that transfer to F, or is that just on me?
That is just you. F has their own stats.
Okay. So, what? I kind of want to like kamikaze him or like a self destruct, but I don't see anything here that has self destruct or.
No, so you can actually end up attacking twice. So you could do your ranged since you're right next to him, and you could also do the melee also.
Okay,
So you can shock him while he's on fire.
that sounds funny. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and shock him while he's on fire. He's gonna take fire damage too, though, so that's cool. Could have been better.
6 damage. Still
Right.
just hits his shield. It's not to his thing yet. Oh, it does double. Wait, no, sorry. It does double damage to shield, so it actually blanks out his entire shield.
Is
Shock damage does double damage if the enemy has a shield.
Oh yeah, and then I get the melee, which is awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
So he will take 9 damage. And that one you can see the claw goes right into his shoulder as he does the swipe. And for the first time, you see NPC bleeding, and then immediately cauterizing from the lava.
See.
And then I believe that is at the end of the round, Death Trap will go away.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the round. It's time for the other cultist to take revenge upon you,
Oh,
in
shit.
which I'm going to spend my
Well,
my last mayhem that I had accrued
Uh-huh.
to make him run up behind you.
That sounds like double damage.
So he is going to do a stab frenzy, but also, if they're behind you, it adds another damage. Okay, well, they can't roll.
Yay!
Stabby stab. Stabby stab. Oh my god. Stabby stab.
This is good for me. Yes!
Come on!
Thank you!
I spent mayhem for this!
So, the moral of the story is, go ahead and let him have mayhem.
He's not gonna do anything with it anyway.
Sharpen your knives.
He realized he had spoons.
Oh
I
shit!
got to sharpen these spoons.
Okay, a sharpened spoon, though, for real? That's not something to fuck with.
I learned that in
so
prison.
you take a total of 7 more damage.
Yeah, I still
To
have...
your shield.
My shield still has 1.
And then that is going to be the end of the round, and then we go back up to Steve and Major Potty. But Death Trap goes away.
R.I.P. to a king.
I wonder if I can shotgun this cultist off his feet. Like, up in the air, like, fall under him.
Like, his feet off, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it's going to hit him in the knees, but mostly in the crotch. Either remove the legs. I want him in the air somehow, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I might do a badass move. where
So
I-
what exactly is going on with
Shotgun.
Alexander Hamilton Jr. over here?
He is trying to climb out, but it is not his turn, so he hasn't successfully done that yet.
Is he still looking shiny, or is that
No, he is the first hints of actual damage when F slashed him in the shoulder.
All right. I'm thinking it's about time to stop fucking around. I'm going to... I'm gonna move back a position right here.
Goddamn. Okay.
I'm gonna drop my turret right here, but I don't know how to do that.
I know, it won't let me drag it in, so I think, yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
And I guess that bad boy's just gonna pop.
You can like hunker down behind it.
Hell yeah, baby. I'm hunkering.
I mean that's not an action, right?
No, if you're standing behind it, then you're being blocked by the shield.
And does it only occupy that one space?
Yes. Yeah. So that
Because I
shield
know
is
the
over
shield-
that space.
Okay, I know the shield usually branches, like.
But like, let's say,
Yeah.
like if you're like right now, I would say this square and this square are protected by it from like if he was to shoot.
Okay.
But if he comes at you, you're just gonna get stabbed a bunch.
He shouldn't come at you, but we'll see what happens.
So he will fire at the closest enemy. So we're talking. Oh yeah. He's rolling to hit with a +0, baby. Let's see what we got.
Well, that makes sense.
Hell yeah. That's statistically very probable.
No, he just missed. There's no one. You failed.
You're right.
You spooked him.
Shots just ring out over his into the lava next to him, but none of them hit.
Fuck you, lava.
All right. Well, what else you got?
That's me, baby.
Great. Major Potty.
All right. So I think kind of lost my +3 range, didn't I? Or do I still have it since it's 3 spaces away on him?
Does it? It says range 3+ on the weapon, right? Is that
Right.
correct? Then that is range 3 or more.
All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and just do another head exploder shot.
Okay.
So that
So you can
was
explode his head into the lava.
Well, that's the only thing that's sticking out.
His arm's flailing. He's got the gun. He's got waving it in the air. Make sure it doesn't melt.
Get the gun.
Yeah.
It's
So
made
that
of
was a
gold.
D20
Pick his
plus
pocket.
5.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
So that's another regular and another critical, which I think was 1d10 and 1d12.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I got that right.
You plus the damage in there, right?
Yeah, but my plus damage gets negated out by an accuracy mod.
Ah, okay.
I just went and looked back, and literally 40% of all my rolls have been 1.
Oh my god.
It's statistically not possible.
That's crazy.
It's statistically unlikely.
Let me call my buddy who knows how to do basic math. Regis, I'd like to phone a friend.
So he put a shot directly into NPC's neck. You can see it kind of grazes past the top of his one shoulder, which you can see is also made of metal. So you can see that entire arm, all the way up to the shoulder, is made of gold.
I know F took a slash at him. And you said he was bleeding. Where did he kind of hit him?
So F hit him on the other shoulder. So on the shoulder where he doesn't have
the fleshy
gun.
shoulder. Okay.
Yeah, the fleshy shoulder.
Fair. So does it move down? Does the metal go into his pectoral muscle, or does it just cover the shoulder and kind of like under the armpit it stops?
Yeah, it seems much like it's right there in that area where it stops right where his arm connects to, like, right on the shoulder. So it's more of it's like a Johnny Silverhand kind of.
Okay. Everyone knows what we're talking about now. So
Yeah. But it is actually his turn, and NPC is hurting, and even more than that, he is pissed.
roll that traversal check.
Oh, he just climbs out. He just gets to climb out.
Oh. That was still really
It's
cool.
rigged.
Wait, she can kick him back in though.
She
I
could.
can. As long as he doesn't kill me.
But I imagine he's pretty upset with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to aim at you specifically. So
This
he's
is
going
why I
to do
never
the
did real life.
magic missile attack, which will grant me 1 mayhem, and he will do 1 attack,
Mayhem.
which is 1d20 plus 3. Okay, well.
Another
Now I've
great
got it.
roll.
I gave him my die.
Oh, no! What have you done?
Here, buddy, roll this.
So it is actually only going to be 2d8 plus 3 damage. Only. Haha. Wonderful. Love it. Great. So, Lyra, you take 8 damage to your shield.
I am. Well, let me see. Is shield blue or green? I forget. It's blue, right?
Yeah, it should be blue. Yep.
Okay.
And then he's going to move farther away from lava for the moment.
Smart.
God, I fucking hate lava.
And he's going to instruct this cultist to kill you better.
I said beat his ass, not eat his ass.
That is it for NPC.
Alrighty.
I think that's
Well, he's still adjacent to me. Can I phase blast his ass over into the lava over here?
So you would enter the phase walk again, and then you have to be adjacent to them and then phase blast. But he wouldn't move. But if you did phase blast him,
his ass.
well, yeah, you can't blast him to move him somewhere. But if you do phase blast him, it is incendiary damage, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it would deal double now that his shield is gone.
That's true. Okay, let's do that. I think I'm gonna move up one more right here next. Why can't I move? Oh,
use the
there we go.
arrows.
all right. And then I'm gonna shoot him. Well, phase blast him.
Mhm.
And that's 3d6. I'll eventually remember it. 3d6 plus. Nope, just 3d6. Wait, but then my action skill says +2. the
That's your
mastery.
mastery mod. So that's the additional number of times you can do it. So now you're using one of those 2. So technically you've just phase walked for the second time
Okay,
out of the 3 total times that you can.
so roll 3d6.
Blammo. So that is 16 damage.
How mu-
I can do math. I can't do math. It's a problem.
1 + 2 = 3.
Quick maths. All right. So yeah, he just got done being on fire from the lava, and again he is burning, and he's very unhappy about it.
Oops.
We're venturing into hate crime territory.
Dr. Herman Holmes.
Okay, so from the last fight, did our mastery reset, or if we used turrets and our constructs, then is this fight carrying that over?
It's if you use it more than once during a combat. So the first time during every combat is free.
Oh, okay. So, anyone who used it previously. Okay.
Right. It's just like right now, Lyra is the first person to have used it a second time during a combat. So now it counts against her per day.
Right.
Which is equal to her mastery mod.
Cool.
Okay.
So, theoretically, we could try to do something kind of badass here.
Oh, you could always try to do something badass. That is always available.
Excellent. Let's get this started.
All right. So anyone can feel free to jump in on this. I'm gonna throw out my. Throw F back out.
Okay.
Does he go in an adjacent spot for me?
Yes.
Okay. So next to the.
But when you throw him back out, can be any time during your turn that you would like.
Okay.
So you could move first if you want them to be somewhere else.
That's true. That's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to stand behind him here. Not going too far. And I'm going to chuck... Maybe. There we go. Throw F there.
Okay.
And I know Major Potty has a turret. I know that turret... Can that attach to stuff?
Not
God.
currently.
Okay. Can F hold the turret?
I was going to say, you're not asking the right question. Now you're asking the right questions.
Because I know in the game, like, you can chuck that thing on, like, a wall or a ceiling or whatever, it would, like, stick there.
Yes, and that is a skill that is definitely able to be unlocked at a higher tier.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Hell yeah.
But I can definitely carry it.
And not you so much as F. F
Right,
can
right.
definitely carry it.
Right. That's the plan. If we want to do something kind of badass. How far can he move? Let's see.
I believe it's 5 squares, but I could be wrong. I'm not wrong.
He can move to about there, where he was standing before.
It's all right. He can fly and hold the turret above the lava.
On the way by, he just grabs the turret and moves over there.
All right. How do I deploy my turret again?
You asked me to do it nicely.
Can you please deploy my turret for me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Can he still do ranged attacks? Can F still do a ranged attack with holding this thing? Because I kind of want him to.
So, in the normal context of how the game works, I would say no. But in the context of this is all a giant badass move, you can definitely try.
Okay, that's what I'll go with.
So explain in detail, what is this move that you... So it involves you moving, deploying F moving, picking up the turret, both F and the turret firing?
So basically what's happening is I'm standing in front of this cultist, kind of do like a spin move around him, now I'm behind him, launching the turret at the same time, or launching F at the same time. F goes by Major Potty, grabs the turret, and carries it over the lava. In range, both of them in range. I was figuring Brian gets to determine what his turret does in the hands, but of course it's facing the direction it needs to.
It shoots the closest enemy, which would now be NPC.
Right. And F takes his ranged shot as well. At the same time as that's moving, I do want to do that fall down, shotgun up. I want this guy off his feet. That's what I'm aiming for. And then Brian, since he's a part of this, he can do what he needs to do. And if anyone else wants to jump in, feel free. I'm not limited. Well, I'm not limiting.
Okay, so first let's see what Brian wants to contribute to this, because he is a part of it, like it or whether he likes it or not.
All right. Obviously, if my turret's in this, it's going to need to roll an accuracy, which is D20 plus 2 to see how many shots this thing's going to be doing.
Hold off on that. We're just talking about like the concept of this action right now.
What are you doing as well? Are you going to take a shot? Are you going to move?
Maybe throw a grenade. You got options.
Yeah, but careful where you're throwing that grenade. Lyra's over there.
Yeah, please don't kill me.
Let's see here. Well, I'm not just setting the turret out. I'm tossing it to F as it's flying by. So it's going to snag my turret as it's passing through in midair.
Gotcha.
Then my turret does its normal machine thing. And let's see here. Got my sniper rifle. He's in greater range, which gives me an accuracy thing. So I can do another sniper shot on him, and I could try to call out a headshot on this guy.
All right, so I think in this case, because because F is like floating, that you're kind of like going down onto one knee and just sort of like trying to shoot under both the turret and F to hit the headshot.
All right.
I'm saying you can do it. I'm just saying it's cooler.
Let's do that then.
Okay, this is a lot.
This is a lot.
This is a lot to consider. So in this instance, both Brian and Jay will be rolling the badass die.
Okay.
So with that in mind, and all of the things that are going to be happening, I think I'm going to need this to be a 26 or higher.
All right.
All right.
So you'll both roll the badass die and add your badass rank, which for both of you is a +1.
Okay.
So right now you have a +2 to the roll. Anyone can add badass tokens to this if they want.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely add my 1 badass token to the roll.
I will do the same.
Okay, so now it's a +4. Anyone not a part of this can do... never mind.
Sorry. Nobody else was like speaking up for it. So.
I love how it's Death Trap that's doing the roll.
Yeah, how did Death Trap do it? Okay. You know what?
And your saber turret. Boy.
Okay.
Your constructs are badass. So that is what? That is a 30 total?
Yeah.
Right, because you had a +4 to it?
Yep.
Because you spent the tokens? Okay, so that is a success. Now, a couple things are going to happen here. First, you will... Jay, you will receive 4 badass tokens.
Okay.
Major Potty. Brian, you will receive 2 badass tokens for helping. The second thing I will say is you get to finish your actions in the order as you had described them. And anytime you would roll a d20, you just take that badass 20 for that roll instead.
Okay, so like for my accuracy, it's an automatic 20, so I just
20.
roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you will also get to finish out the rest of your actions using the badass numbers of your stats rather than the modifiers. So if your accuracy mod is a +2, you get to use your +4 or your 4 or your 5 or whatever it is instead, if that makes sense.
Okay.
This was badass. That's what I'm saying.
It was pretty badass. So my critical hit is always a D10, right? Or is it a D12?
A crit is a d12.
Okay, just making sure. So I think I got that and that. For my upward shotgun blast to this guy's dick area. As I fell down, just fell to the back, aiming up for the like at the knees and torso area, just to see if I can lift this guy off his feet. And then you said I get the badass. Where's that at?
So in your stats, your stats for accuracy, your mod's a +1, damage is +1, speed's +2, mastery +2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your badass stats are the ones on the left. So your badass accuracy is a 2, your badass damage is a 3, your badass speed is a 5, and your badass mastery is a 4.
So yeah, I get 3 for damage on that. And then for the weapon itself, I get... So it's +9.
Boom.
Holy
Whoa.
That's the one.
Okay, so... And that was to this cultist.
Yeah, that poor cultist bastard that was...
That tried to stab you a bunch,
Yeah.
And failed very miserably with his sharpened spoons. Well, he's dead. He's actually back here, and most of him is on his other dead friend.
Yay! I see. I should have taken a bet.
Okay, so that was that attack. Now we can resolve the F and turret combo.
And then Brian, your shot is after their attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you want your turret to go first or mine?
I imagine they would go at the same time. Do we do anything different for the ranged attack for my mech? Do I just roll the 2d6?
You can just roll the 2d6.
Okay. And what kind of ranged attack does this thing have? Is it just like a SMG?
It is in one of the little wrist areas. It fires like a shock blast.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So 5 shock damage. Doesn't have any shield left, but that's okay. Definitely hit. His hair is standing on end. It's great.
Okay.
All right. So the turret gets to take a d20, or gets to take a 20 for its accuracy.
That'll give me 4 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 4d8.
Which, if all of this doesn't kill him, he will be taunted. 15 more damage. Okay, so
I should have threw it like mid.
Well, see, if you would have failed your badass roll, I would have said that you would have dropped it in the lava as you passed over.
Right, I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I was going to say, yeah, maybe Brian drops to the ground and tries to shoot like through the little jet, so the bullet's kind of on fire as it's. But I was like, I know if he misses that, he's just going to shoot the mech or shoot the bot, and it's going to fall. Both of them are going to fall into the lava. So I'll just shut up and.
My turret gives a thumbs up as it's going down in the lava.
Okay, so your turret hit. It is taunted, and now you can take your shot.
All right.
Which again, you get a 20.
So that's 1 normal and 1 crit. And then you said that my badass stats are the
what
ones
is your
on the
badass
left.
damage?
Yeah.
Oh, your damage is a 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
So that'll be a +2 to the D10 and D12 because normally it's a +2 and there's a -2.
-2. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
damn.
there's some high numbers on there, but they rolled into the low numbers. All right, so 6 more damage directly into NPC. And you said you were aiming for the dome.
Right.
I'll say you got another 6 damage there. His head's his weak spot. Who would have known?
Bullets, my only weakness.
Oh shit.
And,
so he is
and brisket.
very worse for wear.
Bullets and brisket.
B&B.
He is majorly worse for wear. But still alive somehow.
All right.
And you know what? I'm going to make it so I'm going to spend that mayhem that I got to make sure that he's going to fire at both your things. He's just going to take his. So he is going to wild spray at both of you. Okay, well, that's a middling result. 3. So both the turret and the thing take 18 damage. He's not messing around. But that's it.
but yeah, that's
Actually, well, he's going to run over towards the lava again. And Lyra, if you would like to do one last insight check.
Yep, let me see here.
See what the hell he's doing.
We are at. Yep, okay, 1d20 plus 1. Okay. Eight.
Okay, I'll say it's cumulative from the last time because you were the same person inspecting it twice. So what you can kind of see from there, what you can make out is he seems to be pulling the gold with his other arm towards the gun. Like he's sort of like flaking gold off of his prosthetic arm, and it's being like sucked into the gun itself.
So he's feeding the gun.
Yeah, but he's getting close to the lava to kind of make it easier to like flake off the stuff from his prosthetic arm.
That doesn't
Not
seem
lava bending.
doesn't seem like a great use of a gold arm.
True.
Can I shoot him in the head with my second opinion SMG?
I'll allow it.
For a little bit of mayhem.
Our turn order is a little bit out of whack
Oh,
now,
wait.
but...
Oh, did I jump in? I'm sorry.
No, So what happened was the person who was supposed to go before him and the person who's supposed to go after him both
Yeah, I'm
just
supposed
went
to
at
go
the same
after him.
time for the badass move.
Yeah, So they kind of threw it for a whack.
I mean,
So I think you're
Still
good.
got Shooty.
that was still my move. Brian was just kind of jumping in on it. So I thought it should have went back to the top of the turn order.
It should have.
Yeah, so it should be back at
Shooty.
Steve and Major Potty.
All right, we'll say that Shooty, Steve, and Lyra, your stuff will happen at the same time. So both of you get a turn.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Okay. I'm so horrible. What do I roll again for this? I have it rolled up.
For the weapon?
For my second opinion one, yeah.
So you
Because
roll
under the-
1d20 plus your accuracy.
Right, okay. My accuracy is...
And whatever other pluses it may have under
It
the...
Three.
has a -2 to accuracy, actually.
Okay. So, taking that into
So it's
consideration.
the But then do I add my actual accuracy in as well?
Yeah.
From my,
the
from my
plus,
P-
the
so it's,
modifier.
Yep.
so it's really plus. At the end of the day, it's the modifier.
What's the
I was
modifier?
out the whole thing. Hold on. The modifier is 1, so it's going to be 1d20 minus 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Doesn't matter. Didn't matter. All right.
Do I blast his brains out everywhere? Because that's what I'm really hoping for.
What were you shooting at?
Well, you're about to roll
His
5d4 fire damage.
And then doesn't she add... What's her damage modifier that's added to that?
Yeah, and she'll add her damage modifier.
My damage modifier is +2.
Hell yeah.
So 5d4 plus
5d4
2.
plus 2. Perfect.
At his dome.
Blah.
That's a lot of 4s. That was a good amount of 4s.
17.
All right, so I'm not going to say that he is dead, because if Shooty Steve also wants to take a shot here, he can.
I'm taking a shot.
Do something ridiculous.
Not going to toss it away.
I'm doing a cold shot at his dick.
Leap
Oh.
over the lava. Like, go ahead and straight ahead.
As you're firing. That's your badass move.
That's the move.
If I jump over my turret to try to leap over the lava, do I get an
I
advantage?
give you a plus 2.
+2.
Is the turret firing?
So I've got
As you're jumping.
I've got a +6 to traverse, so that's a +8.
Well, if you roll a 1.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You have made it over the lava.
I was sweating
And
gold
then I take
bullets.
the shot. Take the shot.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't all be winners.
Actually, not really any of them have been winners, unfortunately.
Ooh, I give 7 straight to the dick.
So, you hear the slight tang of metal on metal.
He's got a metal dick.
It's like, fuck, my cock ring fell off.
Oh my god.
But between that damage and Lyra's damage, and I'm not going to say which was better,
Sounds pretty impressive.
NPC Junior is bleeding out and dying. He grips the wizard's wand with all his might and says, which was going to be words, but it's through, gurgling blood, so you can't really make out what it is. And he falls to the ground, clutching the wizard's wand, and he has died.
All right. So the first order of action should be trying to remove the whole arm, because that's worth something. It's worth something.
The gold arm.
I'm going to give you some experience also.
Oh,
so you will get
Rip his arm off.
200 more experience for this encounter.
Bumped us to 390.
490. Oh.
No, it's 390, right?
Yeah, 390. I'm just trying to give myself more than what I have. No, because we had 100, then we had another 190, which would do it 200.
Wait, did we?
And then you started.
We had
with
190.
Yeah, I thought we had 190, not 100.
No, the 100. That's not what you. That's not your XP. That's how much you need for each of those little segments.
Oh, I
I
thought
see
you
what
started
she was
with
doing.
100.
No.
Okay, so 390. Okay.
Cool.
I just pushed myself up really fast over here.
You're just leveling up. You're level 3 already.
I am.
How did that happen?
I'm way ahead of all y'all.
Shared XP. How did this happen?
Wait, we still haven't progressed in level, right? That happens
Not
once we get
yet.
the bar completely full. So we're like pretty
Yes.
close to the 4th bar full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I had mentioned it in the first part of this, but returning the wizard's wand, whatever you do with the wizard's wand, will grant you another 800 XP. So you will end up going up to level 2 after this,
Okay.
no matter what you choose to do.
I say we try to remove that arm. Whole thing. Gun and all.
Let's make a check.
Don't just bring back just the gun. Bring back the arm that was attached to the gun. I think that's...
Do we know anything about this gun as to what? Like, did the gun do something to the guy where it would coat? It just seems odd that when we have this solid gold person here, that I'm just wondering if the gun does anything, because there was a lot of interest in trying to make sure that this gets destroyed by some of the parties.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want
I
to?
guess roll that
I want to
insight
make
check or
like
something.
yeah.
So you can make an insight check if you want to see what you can determine about the gun based on how NPC was using it, or from what you can see of it now.
Okay. I'm just waiting for my character sheet to load. To see if I have anything for my insight.
That was pretty badass.
Okay, insight. I have a +1 modifier to that. So is that D20 +1?
Correct. All right. So I'm going to just show this to all the players so you can see. This is the Wizard's Wand. It is a legendary SMG with no known manufacturer or guild.
Wow.
Sort of predates them.
It doesn't seem to have any like extras, which is surprising.
Mm-hmm. Well, so if you would compare it to a normal SMG would do like maybe D4s of damage, D6s of damage. This one does D8 worth of damage for each hit. And SMG's main trait is that they deal more hits. So, which is why at one point, that one turret took 5d8 of damage,
That makes sense.
which is quite a lot. It does have what we call red text. Red text are additional effects that are obscured from the players usually. but the BM knows what they are. So this one is specifically Midas's favorite firearm. That is the red text of the weapon. But since you rolled so highly on your insight, you have kind of figured out that every time that you fire this weapon, you will have to. It costs you 5 gold.
Every time you fire it?
Mhm.
Oh, because that's what
Every
runs it.
attack with
Okay.
it costs 5 gold.
Got it.
But
But
it
he
does a lot
wasn't-
of incendiary damage.
But he wasn't using gold. He was using his freaking arm.
Right.
Because he's
So
broke.
he didn't
So-
lose money that way.
Right, which is why every once in a while he kept having to like pull gold down, because if you look at his arm now, the gold that's closest to the hand is gone, and kind of you can see the mechanics of the arm underneath, and as you go up further on the arm, you can see the gold was being pulled into it. So the more he fired it, the more it was taking from him.
Okay.
But you are now in possession of the wizard's wand, and it is up to you to determine what you want to do with it. And I'm going to say that Brian has it right now.
I'm checking the different letters. I know a lot of people wanted this, but I don't remember exactly what they... They
So
offer.
you should have in your journal entries, you should have a folder called letters now that everyone should be able to see. Oh god, the font's really bad.
Yeah, the font on the letter 1 is pretty rough. Letter 2 is fine. 3 is the same as 1.
So yeah, let me just go. I'll make sure what the I'll see what you really care about, which is the payouts.
Yeah, none of these really mention a payout, I don't think.
It was just 1,000 from what's his name? Marcus, yeah.
So the letter number 1 is where you would deliver it to Marco Stoker, the contact of Brimstone, who would be at Moxxi's Grog, and the payout is 500 gold for that one.
Okay.
I don't remember which letter it is,
The
but
second
the Torg, the fountain letter, which is I guess letter number 2. They want you to blow up the bunker with the wizard's wand in it, and the payout is anything that you can salvage from the wreckage. Which you can see there are some things that are lined with gold in the chamber. Assuming if you blow it up, there may be more things that are lined with gold, or other gold, or things you could salvage.
Mystery box.
There is no actual gold for that one, just what you can salvage from the wreckage.
But we can just blow this up and then not have to worry about it. With keeping the wizard's wand.
Yeah, I guess you could, yeah.
I mean, we could take another offer and then blow that place up, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Torg, but...
The third letter wants you to use the weapon to kill Marcus for double-crossing the guilds, and that one will pay you 800 gold.
All right.
The
option.
Yeah. The malefactor concern wanted you to test it on the local wildlife, on animals and such, as on your way back to Brimstone, and they'll pay you 300 gold to just record your results and send them your recordings.
That seems fair.
That one seems like one you could do kind of no matter what, unless you blow it up.
Yep.
And the last one is they want you to give it to Knight Rider, who you returned part of his armor suit, so he can use it to protect so he can protect Brimstone by spending a lot of gold, apparently. And they will give you 700 gold for it. Also, Marcus has said that he will give you 1,000 gold to just give it to him and not worry about any of these letters.
Blow it up to collect the salvage. Kill the wildlife to collect that income.
Yeah.
And then do you guys want to just get the maximum payout by giving it to Marcus? Or do you want to attempt to kill Marcus? Or do you just want to give it to Knight Rider?
The constraint is we have to use it to kill Marcus, which means when we fire it, we lose gold.
But we're keeping the arm.
We are keeping the arm.
So maybe we can sell the gold for the arm to make money back? I don't know.
Yeah,
Theoretically.
I like that idea. Blow this bitch up, kill a deer, and then give it to Marcus. Marcus is a good man. He's regenerated my form many times.
All right, give it to Marcus then. That's fair. Any objections?
No,
Nay.
sounds like a good plan.
Motion
So
passed.
step 1, you said, was to blow this up.
Yes.
So you do have those bunker buster grenades,
Hell yeah.
and if you set off, I would say the amount of them you have, which is I think 9 or 10 or something like that, in conjunction, they emit a frequency that sort of is going to rattle the walls and tear down the ceiling and all of that.
Run for your life.
So you'd have to be quick. I'm out.
It's on the mech. These guys have anything on the way out?
No, they had their cultist robes and then some crappy stabby swords.
Spoons.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're blowing it up, and then are you gonna like come back and see what's salvageable? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's a good plan.
Hell yeah.
So after the expected noise and concussive blast that accompanies commonplace detonations, you peek out from cover to see the slagged remains of the chamber, since you didn't put the wizard's wand in it. A glowing red ring of molten gold swiftly cools into what now looks like an undergraduate fine art sculpture.
Neat.
Been there.
And is the wizard's wand on one of your persons? Are you holding it, carrying it? Is it in your backpack? Where is it?
Major Potty had it.
I'm just holding it, I guess.
So out and clear visibility is what you're saying.
Sure.
If you look upward, the stars align themselves into an image of the dearly departed Mr. Torg's associate. The constellation smiles for a second and then sees that you still have the weapon and just frowns, and just makes an angry guitar sound as it rides off into the night and goes, "Man, you suck!" and then flies off.
Damn.
That's the thing I didn't want to do, you know? Piss off Torg. But
You didn't blow up the wizard's wand, so you don't get any of the raw gold from that, but you do have the arm, which is worth probably 400 gold worth of gold
all right.
in that arm. And I would say probably you found another 100 gold worth of things after it blew up.
So about 125 each. Okay.
So what are you doing next?
Show me a wildlife.
Yes.
Okay, so there is a skag den just outside of Brimstone where you can test the wizard's wand for science. How much testing are you going to do?
Is
Basically, how much gold are you going to spend on testing?
it's a good question.
Yeah.
How many shots does it have?
I mean, what exactly were they looking for?
Well,
It
it
just
costs
said
you 5
testing.
gold per shot.
5 gold per shot.
And it's a unlimited amount of shots?
Yeah, it's magic.
I mean,
Oh,
what were they looking for? They just said tested on wildlife. We could.
Yeah, they want to know what effects it has on the local wildlife.
I can fire 20 shots, and that will be my share of the arm cut, since I made the mistake of having it out in plain sight instead of in a backpack obscured.
Sounds very fair.
For the spirit of Torg's associate to see and be frowned upon. Okay, so you were spending 100 gold to test it. and you record your findings on an echo log, probably the same. You just rewrite over the Torg's Associate echo log that you'd found, and then you're just going to deliver it to them, to their person in Brimstone, and they will pay you 300 gold.
Hell yeah.
But your findings are basically that shooting things with gold burns things much like shooting things with lead. And finally, what are you doing with the weapon?
I guess we just go right back to Brimstone and chuck it on the counter for Marcus. Just like walk in. There it is.
Okay.
Deed's done. Here's the wizard's wand. I think we talked about 1,000 gold.
1 second. I gotta find a thing.
If he shotguns me in the chest, I'm going to be upset.
Blam. Blam.
It's a sign of affection.
How much damage did it do? I don't know. How many d20s can fit in a shovel load of dice?
That was good times.
That was good times. That should be a standard, by the way, for that action. I think that's really funny.
So he, as you set it on the counter, and he picks it up and says, triumphant return. Seems you have found the bunker and its contents. I hear it made it so no one else can use the bunker again. It's good. Good. It means no one will continue searching. I have more good news for you, since I am getting such a good price from my interested buyer. You are getting a bonus. 1,100 gold for the return of the wizard's wand.
Okay, 275 each.
And since you have returned the wizard's wand and completed the main quest, you receive 800 more experience.
Damn.
Which should take you over a level.
That's a level, baby.
So I can take you a little bit through the leveling up process, and it's kind of very simple. Normally you would look in the rulebook and see what bonuses you get based on your archetype that you had chosen for going up to the next level. I can tell you right now that going from level 1 to level 2 gets you an increase of health and a skill point. So you would have another skill point to spend on any of your tier 1 skills. And then to generate your health bonus for the next round, you would roll your melee die and add your mastery mod to it. So in the case of the Necromancer, you would get 1d6 plus 2 health to your max health. And that's everything. That is the adventure.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'd go up to 21 health, technically.
And you are ready for future adventures in Pandora.
More.
Nice. Yeah, that was really cool. I think I'm just kind of filling out the description section of my character. Mm-hmm. I'll just put if I went up with my anarchy, I put a second point into it. What would you get from that?
So if you can see how it reads with Anarchy, after killing an enemy or throwing an item, gain +1 damage mod per skill level for 1 turn.
Oh,
So if you put a second skill point into it, the skill level would be 2. So you would get +2 damage mod every time you did one of those things.
that's worth it.
Yeah.
Anarchy build.
Wait, so just be sure, we have a second skill point now that we can choose, so either put it into that or pick another skill, right?
Correct. Yep. And normally you would have a full sheet of a skill tree, but since this is only your second level, you need to put 3 skill points into things at level 1 to unlock, or in tier 1 to unlock tier 2. And since none of you have 3 skill points yet, you can all just continue using these skills.
I want to pick I want to pick a second skill.
Yeah, go for it. Because when you're talking about the main skill tree, it doesn't matter where you don't have to put like 3 skill points into a single skill in tier 1. It's just any 3 skill points that you spend in tier 1 unlocks tier 2. Wanted to make it as close to the Borderlands experience as possible, but simplified for the RPG tabletop crowd. So it's not like, oh, you have to put 5 skill points in to unlock another tier. No, we're not getting you that many levels.
Makes sense. Cool. Well, that is the end of the intro adventure. I think we might have talked about this, but I don't think we ever officially uploaded it when myself, you, and Johnny Riot got together to play the first time. So, with that, this is, of course, available over at nerdvomitgames.com. It's still up for pre-order, right?
Yes, as far as I know, it is still up for pre-order. They are finishing the final stages of pre-production and is still looking to be a Q1 of 2021 release. Mm-hmm. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, definitely get in there and get this if you are a Borderlands fan, if you are a tabletop fan, even if you are like, I'm kind of curious on what tabletop is. I've never really done it before. This is a really, really good, like, easy way to lean in. I know this past, the past couple weeks has been Brian's first real lean into tabletop aside from listening. We played something that was a little more complex. Would you say this is definitely an easier way to kind of get into it?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. That this, or at least for me, someone who's never really done tabletop until this campaign or mission, I guess I should say, this was really good for me to learn how to actually do it.
For sure. But yeah, if you guys did listen to this whole thing, we do have a part 1 that's up. It's rather long. I should have cut that into like 3 and released those slowly, but I was like, nope, 1 4.5-hour chunk basically. So good luck listening to that, but it was fun. The whole thing of learning the rules from beginning to end is fun. Ian is always a fun and creative GM, or in this case, BM, Bunker Master. Yeah, thanks for taking us through this, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for everyone for having me on here. Let me run through. I love being a Bunker Master. And Shooty Steve, while you're in town, you do get shot again by Moxxi. I did want to say.
I mean, what did you guys think, though? Ashley, Filter, Austin, what did you thoughts?
Yeah, it's cool. I like that there's like a focus on, like, it's pretty difficult to not hit if you're taking a shot. Like, you're gonna do something, even if you roll ones 115 times in a row.
We have proof now.
Yeah,
that was important.
Yeah,
I think that's another reason why that it's like really beginner friendly, because say that keeps happening to you, you're still at least doing something.
For sure. I remember playing, it might have been Mutants and Masterminds back in the day, And Ian, I know we were playing it together with some other friends, and I think there was instance in that game where you were like, I want to do this, and the GM was like, no, you can't do that. That's ridiculous.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of that, like that idea of the whole badass thing, where it's like you can kind of do whatever you want, and it'll cost you though. I feel like it comes from stems and I might be wrong, but I feel like it stems from like that being told, well, I know your character can do that, but there's just no rules for it.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of it was from the systems like that. Kind of Mutants and Masterminds and stuff we had played before. Of there just being rules for a lot of things, but then if you wanted to try something crazy, you could just not be allowed to do that.
Right.
And also, I wanted to take out that stopgap between like I roll to see if I hit something, and then check in with the game master to see if you hit the thing, and then roll your damage. Where in this, it's like you roll. 99 times out of 100 you're going to be dealing damage, and there's no like I rolled this number, did I hit it? It's always like, oh, let's see how much I hit it directly after. So we wanted it to be more fast paced in that way, where it's like roll to hit, roll the damage, roll the hit, roll the damage. It's never like, did I hit it? And there's never that stopping point. And the badass system is just there so that we can write rules and then have the players make up any rules they really want to and have a chance to succeed.
That's what's gonna.
I want to do this. I mean, sure, yeah, you can.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's really gonna draw in the crowd. People that are going to be really interested. It's like, what game can I do whatever I want in?
Right, and we've made it so the BM, if they fail their badass move, well, the BM is allowed to then punish them significantly. It is in the rules that if you fail your badass attempt, it usually involves you taking quite a lot of damage for your failures.
Right. Yeah, what was the rule? There's always an explosion? I think that's what you were saying. Yeah.
There was a Tiny Tina rule that I'm not sure is in the final thing, but it was definitely a big part of our testing, where if you roll a 1, something explodes and it's bad for you.
Yeah, no.
Whatever that means.
Even though it's not an official rule, it should be made a rule, kind of like free parking.
Right.
Yeah, it should be an unofficial rule across the board. But yeah, we look forward to playing some more of this after it comes out, like physically sitting down and playing this, and hopefully you guys are interested in picking this one up as well. We have this. You said there was this intro story, and then what did you say last time? There's 2 or 3.
There are 2 more full campaigns. So this is sort of. I mean, there's a lot of content in this intro, but this is the shortest of the 3 for sure. Mm-hmm. The full Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep campaign is there. And also a brand new campaign that takes place after that, which is called Butt Stallion's Honey Heist.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very good. It is 100% Tina. Yeah, so that third module is 100% written by Tiny Tina.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, that's it for us, guys. Again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. We do our weekly show. It happens recorded every Sunday. Over on Facebook.com/Mammoth Games Inc. Over there as well, you can check out all the top news and video game stuff, talking about tabletop a lot more these days, which is fun. And as well, follow us on Twitter @Mammoth Games Inc. so you know when we go live. But yeah, until next time, for, of course, running down the list again, Ian Moss, Ashley, Filterchord, Brian, and myself, Nightswarm. Thanks. I wanted to cap this off by saying head over to nerdvanagames.com and pre-order your own copy of Bunkers and Badasses.